So pricing for the excise. So now we need to maintain the excise duties, condition types, condition records. So first is we need to create a condition table. As we know the condition technique concept, we need to create a condition table for excise duties, and we will be creating with the combination. One combination is customer, the next control code, and plant. Okay, so create some table with this combination, and the second combination is control code and plant. Okay, these are two tables what we would be creating, say XYZ 561 and 562, like two tables. See, control code, you have this field in the material master. Okay, in the material master, foreign trade data, there is one tab right after the sales general plant. In that you will be finding this control code, and control code is nothing but chapter ID. Okay, so control code is nothing but a chapter ID, and you will be seeing that in the foreign trade of this particular material master. There we will be maintaining this. So V/03 same T code, sales T code, go there and create a table with these combinations. So once after creating these combinations, yeah, and see why we are creating two tables. That is, if customer is not liable for tax, okay, then we use this combination, the first one customer, control code and plant. And if customer is liable for tax, then system will take this combination. Okay, why? Because it's liable. So for only the customers who is exempted, then we would be marking them as not liable. Okay, so once after this, we need to create condition tables for the sales tax, for CST, and with the combination customer and tax classification one of material. Okay, one is tax classification customer, we have a table, tax classification one of customer, and the next one is also tax classification one of material. So this is one combination what you will be creating for CST, and for VAT you would be creating country, region of delivery plant, and region of ship to party. Let me write just SH. And tax classification 2 of customer, and tax classification 2 of material. So this is the fields what we will be taking to create a table for VAT. So once this particular tables has been created, we need to assign these particular tables to the access, we need to place these tables into the access sequence. So there is no standard access sequence. You can create a new access sequence going to V/07, create new access sequence. Say suppose I will take it as not J, we will take some other alphabet, Z, like let's take Z excise. Okay, so this is the access sequence what I will be creating, and I'll be putting all these tables what we created here. That is the first tables, the two tables what we created, that is 561 I have written, right? That is customer control code plant and control code plant, two tables. So those two tables I'll be putting into this particular JEXI. Then after I'll be creating an access sequence for CST, a separate access sequence for CST. So again, like say I take an access sequence JCST, and I'll be putting the table which I created earlier with a combination of tax classification 1 of customer and tax classification 1 of material. Only two table combination we created one table. Then after Z VAT. So in this we will be putting the last table what we created, that is with a lot of fields like say country, region of delivery plant, region of ship to party, tax classification 2 of customer, tax classification 2 of material. So with this combination you create a table, that table you will be putting into the ZVAT. And for all exclusive has to be checked. Okay, so once we put these tables into the access sequence, we need to assign this access sequence to the condition types. So in the real time, the standard condition types what we have is, see, in the IDA system you may not have this, you need to create by your own. Okay, if it is there, it's fine. If it's not there, you yourself has to create this particular access sequence and condition tables and everything. So the standard condition type for BED, the standard condition type for BED is JEXP, and the ECS it's JECS, and SECS it is JEXS. So these are the standard condition types what we have for this BED, ECS and SECS, and these may or may not be there in your standard ISO system. If it's not there, you have to create it. Okay, in the real time it will be there. In the real time system it will be there, but in the IDAS I don't know whether it will be there or not. Most probably it will not be there. For CST the condition type is JCST, and for VAT the condition type is JVAT. So these are the condition types. So now for these condition types, assign the access sequence whatever you created. So suppose for JEXP, for BED. For BED it is JEXP. So for this JEXP, assign the access sequence whatever we created, like say GEXI, right? We created the access sequence. So assign it here. Okay, and maintain the controls within this condition type as the condition class should be A, calculation type should be A, and this is an item condition. So item condition should be activated. With these controls, create a condition type and assign the access sequence whatever you created earlier to this particular condition type. So likewise repeat it to everyone. Assign this access sequence to all other condition type like JECS and JEXS. Assign to all these three condition types and save it. So let's create condition type for CST and VAT now. So even in my system also, I hope they are not. Let me check. /NV/06. JCST. Yeah, even in my system also it's not there. So you will not find this in the IDA system, but in the real time you might be having. So you create it. Okay, create with these controls what I just mentioned. So in the document what I will be sending to you, you have all these configuration controls and how to create and everything. In that it's mentioned. So you can read it and you can get it from there. Yeah, let's move on. So then after creating the condition types and assigning the access sequence, so let's create a condition type now that is CST and VAT and assign access sequence to this both. Okay, so create a condition type JCST with the controls D, tax. Condition class should be D, calculation type should be A, and condition category should be D. Okay, for this combination assign the access sequence whatever created ZCST. Likewise with the VAT also create with the same controls and assign the access sequence to the VAT. So now we have the condition types, and the condition types we assign the access sequence. So now we need to place these condition types into the pricing procedure. So go to V/08 and create a new pricing procedure for this factory sales. So we are discussing about the configuration of factory sales. So create a new, let's say ZFact or ZFactory, anything. Okay. Create a new pricing procedure And the same process, click on the control in the left menu and go to the screens, new entries, and place the condition types. Okay, say 10 PR00, requirement 2, and account key is ERL. Then next 100, we take net value there and calculate it on 10. So the next is 110 JEX, and requirement same too, and it is EXD. The account key for this is EXD. Okay, and then next JECS and JEXS. So 120, 130, and the same requirements, and EXD. So then after you until 130, what you will be doing is you will accumulating. This is nothing but net value plus tax. So you will create a step called 140 and copy all these values above into a step that is net value plus tax, excise. Until now this is excise. Okay, and this is a statistical. Okay, all the steps should be statistical. So the next is 150 JCST, and the requirement for this is 10. For tax, MWST, this is like MWST, so requirement is 10. What this requirement 10 checks? It checks that whether plant has been determined or not. That means plant has been assigned to this company code or not. 10, and we have a base type formula for this in the standard, that is 16, and account key is MWS or MW3. We have two anyway, you can go with 160 JWAT, same 10, 16, MWS or MW3. Save it. Once you have this pricing procedure, place the condition types into the pricing procedure, save it. So now we need to maintain the pricing procedure determination. Go to the OVKK and assign your factory pricing procedure, whatever you created now. So go to OVKK, and with a combination of sales area, document pricing procedure A and customer pricing procedure 1, assign the pricing procedure whatever you created now, that is ZFACT, the factory pricing procedure, and for that assign the condition type PR00. So OVKK has been done. That means we finished our condition technique concept. Now we had a, let's go to the system and see. So we need to do the classify condition types here. So go to logistics general. Logistics general, tax on goods movement. Tax on goods movement, India. Tax on goods movement, India. Basic settings. Basic settings. Determination of excise duty. Condition based. Condition based excise determination. And classify condition types. So execute this. So what you'd be doing here in this particular is you'd be assigning these condition types to your procedure. So go to new entries and just mention here what is your pricing procedure we created now, Z factory, right? Z fact, and condition types what we created, JEXP or ZEX, yeah, JEXP. Then next again Z fact and JECS. ECS, like sir SECS also, JEXS, that is SECS. Okay, and condition name you would be selecting here, that is for this BED ART, right? First is BED, so select BED account ARTOT, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 1 Yeah, BEDARTOTARBED total. This is the condition name. Then next JEX, it is ECS. As it is ECS, go to ECS ARTOT AR ECS total. ECS AR total is not CES. It is not this one. ECS. Okay, this is only C. Yeah, this one. ECS AR total AR ECS total. Okay. So the last one, actually, the Z fact and Z, that is JEXS. This is for secondary education cess. And as I told you, at the time of this IDA system, the old version, we don't have SECS in the system, and SAP has given a provision 81, right? 81, 82, 83, three fields which SAP has given, so that you should always check that, so that is ECS. So what you'll be selecting here, that is 81. It should be actually SECS, but it is 81, this one, 81 AR TOT AR T81 total. Okay, so just maintain these values and save it. So why you are maintaining this particular condition classifying, why you are doing this is, this step will help us to copy the condition type values from the standard invoice to excise invoice. It acts like copy control. It copies from there to excise invoice. Okay, so once you classify the condition types, then move on to the next step, that is tax determination rules. So the T code for tax determination rule /n OVK1, go to OVK1, and you will be assigning for the country code IN your tax condition types. Okay, so either you can directly go to OVK1, or you can go to the our sales and distribution basic function taxes different tax determination rules. Either you can go that menu path, or this. So this is not specific for SIN. This you follow the same method for MWST tax also. Okay, so when you are here, just go to the new entries. Mostly for country IN, MWST might be already assigned, right? If it is MWST already assigned, just delete it. Okay, just remove this particular MWST and place JCST. Okay, so anyway, the CST should be there in your pricing procedure and these all things, then only Shikran will take it here. As I don't have this condition type, system is throwing an error. But so what you will be doing is IN sequence 1 JCST, again IN, the sequence is 2 now, 2 and JVAT. Why? Because we have two condition types, right? CST and VAT. So go to new entries and create, if you have MWST, remove that. And this is only for SIN, Srini, this is only for SIN we are doing this. If you are with any other project, US project or any other project, go with only MWST. Don't disturb this OVK1. If you are practicing SIN, then only do this, and again come back and make it as MWST. If not, all your tax, everything would be going wrong. Okay, so if anytime if tax is something wrong or something, come to OVK1 and just check whether the tax category correctly assigned to the IN or not. So after this, the tax determination rules, maintaining sequence 1 and 2, CST and VAT. The next is, now you need to maintain the relevancy for the master datas. Okay, so let's go by part. Sales and distribution, basic functions, taxes. So different tax determination rules, this is what we have done earlier. Now define tax relevancy of master data. So this is the step. Click on here and select customer taxes. So go to new entries and create your own tax categories and tax classification. 0 means tax exemption. 1 means liable for tax. Okay, we also have something else also. 0101. For STO there would be something different actually. Okay, there is no F4. Okay, 01, and we'll be having something extra for STO actually. IA, yes. Okay, so let's take it like this. Okay, so new entries, and there you would be entering this all values. First is JCST. JCST tax classification 0. That means no tax. 0 means no tax. Then next JCST 1, that is full tax, 100% tax. Then next JCST C form. So there is a C form in a SIN, we will discuss that later. C form. And the next JCST STO. Let's take it as I and STO. So like we have also have VAT and VAT full tax and VAT no tax. So that's what you'll be maintaining here, tax category plus this tax classifications. Once you maintain this, come back, save it and come back. And now select tax for the materials. So earlier we selected for customer, now it's for material, and the same process. CST 0 no tax, JCST 1 full tax, JVAT 0 no tax, JVAT 1 full tax. Okay, so after this step, so create some dummy tax code. So the transaction code to create a tax code, FTXP, FIT code. Go to FTXP and create some dummy tax code. Okay, and see, let's assume that if we have two plants in our project. Okay, so we are discussing like right, Chennai plant or Mumbai plant or Haryana plant, Bangalore, like this. Okay, so if we have two plants, then how many tax code we need is, for VAT we need two tax codes. Why? Because it's between state and state. Sorry, it's a within the state and state, within the state, right? So we need only two. But when it comes coming to the CST, we need lot. If it is VAT, then only two condition records is enough. Why? Because if I say my Hyderabad plant, that means within the state itself we are doing the business VAT. Okay, if it is I say Chennai plant, that means all the business is within the Tamil Nadu. But if CST, what is CST? It is combination. One Telangana can do business with all other 28 states of India, right? That is nothing but CST. Uh, Business between two states. So close to 28 states we have, or 29 states into 28, right? 28 into 2, then total records it would be coming to 56 or 58. That many records we need to create. Okay, that means we need to create that many tax codes. Okay, so create some dummy tax code for output tax. Go to FTXP and create some tax code. Okay, and just maintain the tax type as A. So once that is done, now you need to maintain the master data. So the transaction code for creating SIN master data is J1 ID. See, we have easy access, right? In the ECC system, when we enter into the system, we have easy access. But SIN has separate easy access. SIN easy access, we need to log in through a T code and we will get it. Okay, we need to access SIN easy access with a T code. Okay, so yeah, so sin master data, go to J1 ID. Okay, so excess rate maintenance. So here where you will be maintaining the excess tax, that is nothing but it's like a condition required maintenance. So select the material and chapter ID, this combination. Click on maintain on the top, the left one. So just go to the new entries and see for sin, create a new material. Okay, for sin practice, don't go with the standard material, create a new material. Okay, so once if you create that material, enter that material here, and what is your plant and the chapter ID which we maintain in the initial configuration of basic settings. Okay, maintain the chapter ID and material type. What is this material? Whether it's a raw material or it is a free good finished material or anything. Okay, so you cannot see, but it's showing my scene. My screen is still broadcasting, Srini. Okay, I just stopped and again started. Can you check now? Can you view my screen now? Now you can see my desktop, right? Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so J1 ID, and we are discussing about the controls. So here, for sin practice, as I told you, select create a new material, enter that material along with the plant and the chapter ID initial configurations, what we have done, and select the material type. Okay, so generally we select this RG1 material here, save it. Okay, come back. Then next select customer access details, this one, same, click on this change, maintain, new entries, and enter your customer number and his access registration number, ECC number, what we are given, and tax indicator, access registration, this one, access registration number, and tax indicator 1 or whatever it is. LST number, CST. Yeah, access registration number. That's it. Customer and access registration number, access indicator. Then next for the tax for the plant, access indicator for the plant. Select this. Click on the maintenance. Give your company code. Go to the new entries. Company code, plant, and access indicator 1. Save it. Come back. So now you need to maintain the excise condition records for the excise, the tax amount, what is the tax amount. So go to week 11 and give you the same process, give you the condition type. So when you give the condition type JEXP, so you know we assigned the access sequence. Can you see my screen now, Srini? I'm on my SAP screen now. Just moving to desktop. Just desktop. I was showing a lot of things actually. Oh my god. I was showing a lot of things on the SAP system actually, how to do the configuration, these things. Gaurav, is it the same with you or you can see my screen?
I can see your screen, Praveen.
Okay, okay.
Hello, Praveen.
Srini, can you do one thing? Can you please exit and come back again? So let's see it can refresh or something. Well, because I'm showing a lot of screens actually. Okay, just exit and come back. Yeah. So now we need to maintain the condition record. So go back to week 11. So create condition type week 11. So we created condition types, that is JEXP for the basic duty BED. So when you enter, we know that we assigned an access sequence, and in that access sequence we placed tables, that is control data, sorry, control code and plant combination. So this is what it will be coming. So control code, as I told you, it's nothing but a chapter ID which you will be seeing in the export and import data in the material master. So just maintain the control code there and give your plant and the tax, say 12% BED. Then next JECS, select plant, some 2% on this thing, right? So the next last one JEXS 1% on 1% on 2% or 1%, I guess it is. So this is for excise duty. Now maintain sales tax week 11 and JCST JVAT. So it's the same thing. Whatever the combination you give, you can put it there, whether it's tax for the customer or not. So now all the configurations has been done. Okay. So we created condition records also for the excise and sales tax. Create an excise invoice now. Go to J1IIN. Go to J1 slash J1IIN slash J1IIN. Okay, so select this from billing and give your billing document. So any billing document which you created, so give that billing document. That means you are trying to create excise invoice with reference to this billing document. If you remember, in the earlier configuration step, I have shown you one checkbox, right? That is create excise invoice automatically. So if you activate that, what happens is once you create a billing document, then and there automatic system in the backend will create an excise invoice. But I told you to uncheck this because I want you to create this excise invoice so that you can see how it is created. Okay, so just give this billing document number and press enter so that excise invoice will be created for this particular document invoice, commercial invoice. Okay, but see, when you try to create an excise invoice now with reference to this, you might be getting a lot of errors actually. So in the document, I have made a note of those errors. You'll be quoting close to 4 to 5 errors, not 1 or 2. Okay, so just go through the document and try to solve those errors, and those errors are not at all relevant for you. Why? Because one is number range errors you'll be getting, which you need to fix with the FBN1, and you might be getting some other errors also. So just go through the document and fix those errors, close to 6 to 7 errors. Okay. So that's how you create an excise invoice for this, and we'll do one thing, we'll stop it here. So just practice this after creating the excise invoice. So in the next session we'll see we maintain registers. We looked into registers right earlier. In the next session we'll see how to update those registers and how to extract those registers, and we'll also see SENVAT utilization. Okay, updating and extracting the registers, T codes and SENVAT utilization. So we'll be seeing this so that we'll be finishing one process, that is complete one factory sales process we'll be finishing.
Praveen, could you send the videos?
Definitely, Gaurav. Today for sure I'll be sending the videos to you. Okay. So yeah, practice that, see in the system all the screens what I've just shown. Okay, and as I told you, for the first time, Srini, you are learning this concept, so just get